It's not laziness. It's not willpower. It's hormonal. Hormonal caused by our Western nutritional choices and habits. Fasting is the most direct solution we have without medicine, because fasting is the only state where insulin has enough time to fall low enough for the body to finally access what it's been sitting on for years, right? A very natural process. But here is where it gets a little bit complicated, and here's where most fasting content completely falls apart, because fasting is not a switch. It's not like you hit a couple of hours on the clock and the light turns on inside or off your body. The metabolic transition from glucose burning to fat burning, the moment when insulin finally drops low enough for fat to become available as a fuel, that moment is different for every single person. And the reason it's different comes down to something called insulin resistance. And to understand why that matters, we need to understand what actually happens inside your body in the early hours of a fast. Because the timeline is not what most people expect. In the first hours after your last meal, so when you start fasting, your body is still operating on glucose. Insulin is still elevated from that meal. And your liver, your muscles, they're loaded with glycogen, which is stored, basically sugar, compressed packages of glucose that your body holds in reserve for quick energy. So in those first hours, even though you've stopped eating, your body is still burning. It's just not fat. It's burning those glycogen stores. So it's working through the glucose it already saved. Now, this is an image I really like very much myself, but what I just said, it's critical to understand, because it means that in those early hours of a fast, fat is completely untouched. You may feel like you're fasting, and you're technically not eating, but metabolically your body is still running on sugar, and it has no reason whatsoever to touch your stored fat.